Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Engineering Graphics or Engineering Drawing. So now here we are going to convert the orthographic views to isometric view. So first of all, read out all the dimensions which are given in the problem. That is textbook problem. This is ND-BHATT textbook. Now you read out what is the length of this one is 100 and the height is 40 and the breadth is around 50. Okay, so these are the dimensions. So this is a base plate and here we have a web, and this is a block where which has a semicircle shape cutting. So this is the thing that we are going to draw in the isometric view. So now I will start from one point. Let us take this as a point where it is semicircle, and then lastly I will draw the semicircle and a circular plate lastly. First I will draw all this portion. So the front view of the portion. First I will take the distance. So all of you know you have to draw the XY line, and right hand side this is 30 degrees towards right hand side and as well 30 degrees towards left hand side, right? So now I am taking this as a front view. Just mark it as X. Okay, so X, what is the distance here? There is a length. The length is about 100. I have taken from this point O2, and here I am taking it 100 point, and then towards the left hand side it is breadth, that is 50 mm. So first of all I would like to start a point from here. Okay, so from here, what is the length? It is 100 mm, right? So I have drawn the 100 mm line, and from this point, so it is a height of around 40 mm. So I will take the line with reference to the XY line and then fix it the drafter, and I will take a 40 mm line here. Okay, lightly. After that, what is the width of this one? The width of this one is 10 mm. So here with this inclination, I will take a 10 mm as a reference. So simply I will draw a 10 mm line. And after that, what is the width here? The width is about 40, that is the length. So 40 mm. So from this, just I will draw a very light line 40, and in the same way I will mark it, the midpoint of this one also. And after that, once again 10 millimeters. So I will draw a little bit darker line, so you can identify this is a dark line and this is a dark line, and between that there is a construction line, light line. And after that, so I now I reached this point. So from this point I have to come back once again to this point. What is the distance here? So the total height is 40 and the web thickness is 10. So it is 30. So once again with reference XY, I will take down a 30 mm line. 30 mm. After taking 30 mm line, simply I will try to join with the base. Okay. And once again, I'll take just to see how what I am doing. Okay, from this point now, by taking a reference width as a reference, okay, I will draw a line from here. Okay, and then next, by taking the reference as XY line, so from 50, I'll draw another line. Okay, now I formed a base plate here, where in which I have to draw the semicircle or quarter circle here and a hole here of the I will do. So now this is about the total length. Okay, total width of this one. So what is the total width? It is around 50. So by taking the width as a reference, okay, I am fixing the scale to this line. Okay, and I'll draw a 50 mm line from this point. Okay, and 50 mm line from this point. Is it clear? In the same way, I will draw a line 50 mm from this point. Okay, and next, this is also 50 mm. So 1, 2, 3 lines I have drawn. And what about this line? So this line is having thickness of 10 mm. So I will draw only a 40 mm line. So I'll take a 40 mm line from here. Okay, so now after reaching this point, right, I have a small block which is placed at this point. So what is the height of that block? That height of the block is about what is the height of that one? That is 40 mm. So I'll take 40 mm from the base. Okay, from here I'll take 40 mm and I will draw a line here. Now what I'll do is I'll try to connect the last point to the this point. Okay. Now simply I will extend this point. Okay, and next I will take 10 centimeters, sorry, 10 millimeters from this point, and I'll put a mark here. Okay, after putting the mark, once again I will reference to XY, and simply I'll try to connect this line with this point. And next, with the same the reference line, I'll join these 2 points. Okay, now I have to connect the lines which is placed at the base of this plate, the web. So now I am extending this line here, and once again the height of this one from this corner, so simply I will extend here from this point. And next, from making the reference with the width, just I am drawing the connecting point to the edge points. See here, just every point is meeting such that you can be notice that there is a ease way. Okay, now with reference to this one, I will connect these 2 points. Okay, now you have a neat look of that one of the plate is fixed at the end of this one, and one is a web and another web. And here now I will construct a semicircle here and a semicircle here and a circle inside this plate and a quarter circle here. So to make a semicircle here, what I have to do? I have to construct a rhombus. So now I will construct a rhombus here, and I will complete this semicircle. And next I will transfer these points from this place to this one to complete the semicircle here. Okay. Now I will construct a rhombus here. Now you can see I have constructed a rhombus here. So by taking the whatever the distance, that is 20 mm diameter or 20 mm radius. Okay, radius 20 mm and the diameter is 40. I have constructed a rhombus. So after constructing the rhombus lightly, first of all I would like to join the longest diagonals and the meeting point. So there is no need of constructing the isometric circle at the top point. Only I have to construct the pointing point at the bottom. So now to get this semicircle, I have to draw a longest line and I have to create a point from passing through this edge and the midpoint at the bottom, right? So I will construct the 2 points, just you see. So now you can see I have drawn a longest line and at the bottom midpoint to the extreme end point I have drawn this one. So now I got an intersection point here. From this point as a center with the radius of this one or this one, simply I can draw an arc here. And to complete this arc from this point to this point, I will take the center as this one and I will make it a arc. So now with the help of a compass, I am going to draw an arcs. Okay, please look at carefully. So by taking this distance, simply I am connecting an arc. Okay, up to this point, and with the reference to this point, with this as a radius, just simply I am connecting this one. Okay, so this one is going to meet at this point. So now I want to transfer this semicircle to the end of this one. So what is the length here? 50 mm. So simply I'll try to shift, I'll try to transfer these 2 points, 1 and 2 points 50 mm away from that. So simply I'll transfer this particular point 50 mm here, just I'll putting the mark only, and 50 mm from this point. Okay, after putting these centers from this point to this point I have drawn an arc. So with reference to this one, just simply I will draw a small light line that is matching this one. So easily what you should understand is you will take the length of this one and simply put over the 50 mm line. It is going to match here, and simply you draw a semicircle up to this edge. and there is no need to use this particular center because this center I'm transferring this line, so this point is coinciding this line, so such that this arc is invisible at this side, only this arc is invisible. So after that, what you have to do is you have to mention the center line for this one. Okay, if you mark the center line, then it will be very clear that this is a semicircle which is passing. So I'll draw a semicircle here. Okay, so it is very clear that it is a semicircle. So in this way you have to construct the semicircle. Now I will construct a quarter circle here and as well as a circle on the base plate with a diameter of 15. Okay, and here this is with a diameter of 20. Okay, now you look at here, I have constructed a rhombus with 40 mm because as it is given as 20. I have taken 40 as a diameter and I have constructed a rhombus here, okay, on the base plate. And now it is the longest diagonal. So if I have to construct a isometric circle from this point to this point, I need the longest diagonal. But here I have to construct the arc from this point to this point. So I have to select the opposite point here. So this point, and this is the top of the base plate and this is the bottom of the base plate which is below 10 millimeters because it is given as 10 millimeters here. So now simply with this as a reference, okay, with this as a center, I will take the distance from this point and simply I'll draw an arc from this point to this point. Okay, this is going to connect here, and after that with the same distance I'll take this below 10 millimeters and I will connect this one. Okay, so neatly you can understand what is going on here. All right, so now this point is connected to this one. So this corner, now in the previously the corner is in the square shape, okay, or a corner shape, but here now the corner is rounded off. If you erase all these things or if you make dark of these two arcs, then you will be easily identify what is what. So now here I am going to take only 38, but here it is 40, so you have to take 40, you should not adjust this one. Okay, so 40, this will be the longest leg. You have to select which point, from which point you have to draw the arcs. That is the most important thing. And now I have to draw a circle of 15 mm diameter from this as a center. So 15 mm as a diameter. So I have to take 7.5 mm this side, 7.5 mm this side. And I have to construct a rhombus and I have to create a 4 center point. So now I will do the rhombus and 4 center points. Okay, now you can see this is the center point, 7.5, 7.5 away from each other, and I have 7.5 this side and 7.5 this side. I have constructed a rhombus with a longest diagonal and two short diagonals which are cutting the longest diagonal at this point. So now I have created a 4 center. One is this one, second one, third one, and fourth one. So by using this one, all these 4, I will draw the circle here. Just you can visit this one. So as this compass is not sufficient or not feasibility to draw this one, I will draw with the hand. You take a bow compass. So with this has a center and this has a radius. Okay, you draw this circle and from this has a center with this has a radius, you draw another arc here. Okay, so drawing these arcs and with this as a center, opposite corner, so this one. Okay, now this is feasible, just simply I will draw it and show it to you. So now simply you draw an arc from this point to this point. Okay, it is connecting here, and next from this point to this point. Okay, so now here it is little bit different. You once again check. Right, now it is good. So whenever you look at these centers, you might be quite interested and quite focused here to not to move. So now here I constructed a circle. So whether this circle, that is hole, the hole is visible on the bottom side or not. So what you have to do is, so this side it is not possible, only the opposite side means this side. So now you have to check out that this thickness is 10 mm. So I will take 10 mm this side. Okay, 10 mm. So now it is 10 mm. So now I will take 10 mm from this side. Okay, this one from this point to this point, and I'll keep the radius of this point to this point. Okay, is it clear? ఓకే, ఈ బాటమ్ నుంచి ఇక్కడ ఈ ఆర్క్ మనం గీయాలంటే ఈ పాయింట్ తీసుకోవాలి. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడికి డిస్టెన్స్ తీసుకుంటాను. ఈ పాయింట్ని 10 మిల్లీమీటర్స్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తాను. తర్వాత ఇది సెంటర్గా ప్లేస్ చేసుకొని మీరు చూడండి, గమనించండి, నేను ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడికి ఒక ఆర్క్ గీసాను. ఒక చిన్న ఆర్క్ మాత్రమే ఉంది. అంటే ఈ హోల్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది కింది భాగంలో, అంటే ఈ బేస్ ప్లేట్ యొక్క కింది భాగంలో ఈ ఎడ్జ్ మాత్రమే కనపడుతున్నది. అంటే ఈ ఎడ్జ్ మాత్రమే కనపడుతుంది. సో ఇలాగా మనము ఒక ఇచ్చిన ఆర్థోగ్రాఫిక్ వ్యూ నుంచి ఐసోమెట్రిక్ కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలని. ఇప్పుడు నేను దీని అందాన్ని కూడా ఒకసారి లైట్గా గీసాను, ఒక దగ్గర డార్క్గా ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను కంప్లీట్గా డార్క్గా గీసి మీకు చూపిస్తాను. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు కంప్లీట్గా ఒక పిక్చర్ ఏర్పడింది. సో మీరు దీనికి డైమెన్షన్స్ అనేవాళ్ళు ఇవ్వాలో మీకు ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోస్లో మీకు క్లియర్గా కనపడింది. సో ప్రీవియస్ వీడియోస్లో ఎక్కడైతే చూసుకొని ఇక్కడి నుంచి 2 ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసేసి ఇక్కడ విడ్త్ ఇవ్వటం, తర్వాత ఈ 2 లైన్స్ని ఇలా ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసి లెంత్, దీని డయామీటర్ ఇవ్వాలంటే ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసేసి దీని డయామీటర్. సో ఇలాగా మీరు డైమెన్షన్స్ ఇచ్చేస్తూ డైమెన్షన్స్ లైన్ని వేయండి. Thank you very much for visiting my channel, and do subscribe and watch your notifications, and continue to learn the engineering graphics and other topics. Thank you.